Hello and welcome to another one of our video blogs where we answer the questions that you have given us to answer for you. We receive these by either email or by comments in previous posts. So please do like this video, share the video and give us your comments and what questions you'd like us to answer in our next video blog. Today's question is, can a non-profit organization own shares? And the answer is yes. There are two real types of shares that an organization or an individual or anybody can own. The one is a publicly listed shares, and often those are grouped into unit trusts, and that is an investment that a non-profit can make in order to grow their money, their capital. So there are no limitations on what investments a non-profit organization can make, although you have to bear in mind that you are working with public funds that have been given to you in good faith. And so often an organization will have its own investment policy that guides the ethics and the criteria that are required to be met in order for an investment to go ahead. Some organizations decide which types of companies they will not invest in and then put limitations on those investments into those companies. So there's no legal requirements, but there are some personal preferences when it comes to how that money is invested. Typically funds are not invested in risky investments either, because the organization is dependent on the money and having the money available. It is often the more secure investments that are used. However, it is an advantage to the organization to invest in shares of some kind because you are not only getting the income from it in terms of interest and dividends, but you also get capital growth. And typically the growth of those types of investment exceeds what you would get on interest in the bank and exceeds the inflation that is within our economy. And you want your money to grow faster than inflation, otherwise you are just eating into the money, the real value of the money over time. However, they are not really a benefit if the money is not invested for a significant length of time. You want the money to be put away, left aside and grow. If you're going to need the money in a more fairly soon, then it is better to put it into an interest earning account rather than into investment in shares. The other option when it comes to investing in shares is a private company. And typically non-profit organizations don't invest in private companies set up by other people. It is one of the most risky investments that you can have because of the nature of a private company and the length of time that's required in terms of getting any capital growth out of it, and you would need to sell the shares in order to get some capital benefit from it. However, non-profits sometimes set up their own private companies in which they wholly own or own a majority of the shares. The purpose for doing this would be to separate out, for whatever reason, the business transactions, business activities into a separate company, and then for the non-profit to benefit from the dividends that are issued. The expectation is that the private company is successful, making profit on an annual basis, and that a significant portion of that profit is then issued out to the shareholders, namely the non-profit organization, in the form of dividends. And so this is one of the ways that organizations choose to invest their money in putting in the capital to set up a profit-making private company and then receiving the dividends from that in perpetuity. So I hope that answers your question. Those are the two aspects that we were looking at today in can a non-profit own shares. So like I said before, please share this video and comment. We would love to hear from you. and we look forward to sharing the answer to the next question in our next video blog. Goodbye.